Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're having a beautiful day and that you're staying safe wherever you are in the world. So today I wanted to come to you with 5 reasons that you should talk to your coach about your period. Now, I've done a video on here about periods and being a swimmer and like the 101 of like how to cope with that, and it's actually been one of my most popular videos, which was unsurprising to me because there wasn't many videos like that on YouTube. So I wanted to talk to you about why you should talk to your coach about your period. Okay, so reason number 1 is that it gives your coach the ability to tailor training. Now, when you're on your period, you actually burn more calories and it can actually affect your training in a different way. It means that you may recover slightly slower, you may need to eat more fuel, you may need to do more mobility work, you may benefit from doing different type of training. I believe off the top of my head that you actually benefit from doing HIIT kind of style stuff. So yeah, it can be really beneficial to tailor training, and if your coach is actually willing to be clued up enough in the female anatomy, then yeah, it can be a really good way of tailoring your training. Number 2 is it can create a understanding as to what's going on. Like if you're maybe not performing as well as what you usually do, at least it gives your coach an understanding as to, okay, maybe it's just because they're on the period, maybe it's not just that, you know, they're going through a dip, or I've like the training's not going that well. If you're abnormally doing well or doing poor in that specific week, then there could be a reason for it, and it just creates that understanding between the two of you. Number 3, it ends the stigma around periods. Whether you have a female coach or a male coach, it doesn't matter. There should be no period stigma. We all should have a period, and it actually is important to actually have your period. And I'm going to leave a link to a really good podcast down below by Lauren Quigley and Jez Carlin. And it honestly is so informative. So if you're a coach, if you're a swimmer, if you're an athlete in general and want to know more about your period, then yeah, definitely do go ahead and listen to that podcast. But yeah, I definitely think that it's so important to end the stigma around periods, especially in sport. Number 4, it builds a relationship of honesty and transparency between you and your coach. And, you know, you don't want to be building a relationship with your coach and not be willing to share everything with them. At the end of the day, that is a relationship that's really important for your sport. So it's really important to try and build that transparency between you two. And yeah, just be open with them. And number 5 is just so that they know that your body is functioning. You know, getting your period is a sign that your body is actually doing the right processes, and it's actually more worrying if you don't have your period. So, you know, getting your period is a sign that your body is, the hormones are regulating properly and everything. So it can actually be a really good sign for your coach that the training isn't being too hard and that you're not overtraining, because losing your period can be a sign of overtraining. So yeah, it just generates that more understanding as to how training is affecting your body. And if you're overtraining, then, you know, it's also important to tell your coach if you are skipping your period. So there we have it, guys. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. Obviously, it doesn't matter if you have a male coach or a female coach. The reason why I decided that it was important for me to do this video was because, 1, I listened to Lauren and Jaz's podcast, and 2, I actually had a conversation last week with my coach about my period, and I just said, look, like, because I had a gel in the middle of a session, and that is very abnormal for me, especially at the pool. And I just said, out of transparency and just so that he was aware, that I had been struggling to eat enough on my period. And that was just the way that I was like functioning at the moment, which is totally fine. You know, we'll work around it, and it allows us to move forward, you know, together. But yeah, I really believe that it's so important to be so transparent with your coach, and for those 5 reasons especially, but others as well, because, you know, it is really important to know what's going on in your body and that it is all working properly. So yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I apologise about the quality, that it's been filmed on my phone and not with a tripod. Someone has my camera, so I just really felt like I wanted to just film this video and get it out there for you on Monday rather than wait a week. But yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Share it to a friend if you believe that they need to be able to know why you should be sharing this with your coach. And yeah, leave a comment below if you want any advice on how to go about talking about your period with your coach. But yeah, please stay safe, and I love you guys so much. Bye.